Hi, welcome you back to Aspirational Living program. Glad to see you back here. Today I am going to talk about the most important thing. We had discussed about values and goals earlier. As a continuation of that, today we are going to discuss about how value system is interrelated with goals. I have been following Dr. John Martini for quite some time now. He is one of the leading world psychologists who has been talking about the various human behavior across the age groups, right from the toddler to the senior citizens. In this session, I am going to talk about his 7 principles of value system and how it is related to the goals. Let's start. I hope this session will be of very interesting to you because this is going to make you to think a lot. Though you are a teen, but this is going to set your foundation. So let's start. What are the 7 principles of a value system? The principles revolve around: first is your family, second your career, third your inner peace or your mental strength, fourth your physical fitness, fifth spiritualism, sixth your financial goals, seventh your service, give back to society. So these are 7 principles which are talked in detail by Dr. Martini, which we all follow, but we don't realize why we are following it. So I have crystallized it to make it simple for you so that you can understand how the value system and goals are interrelated. So let's start. First, your family. Many people are successful in their career, but is their family attached to that, or they are having a devastated family life? If you ask me, many cases of families getting lost in that process of career success. So family is the first pillar or the principle. So how my goal can be interrelated to my family values? My family values to have a family get together time always on a weekly basis. So I want to spend 2 hours with my family. So that is the family goal. Every week end they want to have a lunch or dinner together along with grandparents, parents and children at the home. So now that is the value system of the family to create a family bonding. Now what is your goal? Your goal should be that I should free up my time to be available at my home during the family event. It can be either lunch or dinner as per the family plans. So your goal should be aligned with that. And same way, if the family has some other value, you can plan your goal similarly so that your family bonding is not compromised in pursuit of your career growth or aspirations. People may ask, what happens if I study in hostel? Fine, in that case you may have a telephonic conversation with your family. Ensure that you spend that family bonding time dedicatedly to the family on a regular time in a week or a day. The next is your career growth. Your personality development is very critical. I have a value system where I want to serve people. I want to help people who are suffering from health issues. Then what should be your goal? Your goal is aligned to health, which means you are going to help people by taking up a medical profession. So if you want to become a medical profession, you can become a doctor or a nurse or some other health specialist. Like there are many things nowadays. many avenues are there for health studies. So you have to plan. For instance, if you want to become a doctor, then you have to plan how I am going to prepare and crack my exam. So your value system is to serve people who are suffering from health issues. Your personal growth will be, your goal will be, you want to crack your NEET exam or the medical entrance exam. So you should start preparing for it. So how will I achieve that goal? That is your plan. So you will go follow the goal steps which had been given earlier and attach this plan with that goal and work to achieve it. So are you clear so far? If anything is there, please use the comments, fill your queries and have a discussion with me. I will be responding to your queries in the comment section as well as cover that in the next session. So the third pillar is your inner self, which is your mental ability or your mental freeness, so that your brain is having some calm, mind is calmed. So you will have some value system around it. For instance, I want to be calm and not to get tensed. I should be always calm. That is my value. I don't want to shout at my people or my friends or my parents. So I will be taking care of my calmness. So if I say I want to be calm, is it possible? No. You should attach a goal to develop that habit of being calm. How will I manage my stress? So all these things are related to mental or your brain functions. So attach a goal of managing your self, inner self. So how will I do it? I can do some meditation. I can do some develop some hobbies which will make me at peace, or I may do some activity which gives me joy so that my mind relaxes. So it's all about your relaxation of your mind. Is your mind alone being relaxed sufficient? No. So the next pillar or the principle is the health. So this is the fourth principle we are talking about, health. Health is the most important thing. What happens if you have a very good education, you have a very good career post your education, your family is with you, but you are always falling sick? That does not help you, right? So it's very important that you have a very good health as well. So your value should be, you should be physically strong so that you can help others or do a good job or do well in your studies whatsoever. So health, you will take the goals in line with your health, which means I can do some daily exercises, or I can go for jogging, I can go for walking, I can go for swimming or do aerobics, etc. So these are all related to your health. So that is the next pillar, that is the fourth pillar of health. Fifth is your spiritual. It's most important that you acknowledge that you are here in this earth because of some supreme being. So you should be thankful for that. So spend some time as a gratitude to your supreme, that is a God, and spend some time daily in the form of a prayer or going to religious places like temple, mosque or church or gurudwara, etc. So it's very important that this spiritual connection is always established, because that is going to help you to achieve higher growth and satisfaction in your life. The sixth pillar is finance. Though finance may not be that relevant to you at this point of time, but it's very important you have your dreams or goals built on having some financial stability and achievements in your life. So for this, the most important thing is the value system. We see many financial frauds happening around us. So the value system is very very critical for this. So when I say value system, what it could be? It could be honesty, being sincere, that I don't misuse the funds and I don't cheat anyone, and I do hard work. So these are the value systems I can give as an example. So now your goal should be, I will achieve or earn this much money, like 50,000 a month or 1 lakh a month as I grow up, in a honest way, without cheating others, or I'm not going to do some fraudulent activities, like I'm not going to steal the money and earn it. So this goal of earning 1 lakh by applying your value system is your goal. Same way you can also say, since you are studying now, you can say, I will not spend money on things that is not useful to me, which is not of value, it is a waste of money. So you want to limit. For instance, right now you are spending every day 50 rupees having on chocolates and biscuits. Can I make it to 30 rupees a day by next 2 months? So that can be your goal. So you can say wasteful expenditure avoidance is my value. I want to be leading a life where I don't spend unnecessarily and I try to save as much I can while I'm studying itself. So this can be attributed to the goal what I mentioned of reducing your wasteful expenditure. The next important thing is the give back to society. That value system most of the families have. Helping others in need or taking part in voluntary activities. So this can be your value system. How will you attach the goal? I will give whenever I go out, and if I have some money in my pocket from my pocket money, I'll give 2 rupees for people asking for alms. You could see many people standing on the roads, right? Or you can say, I will buy a biscuit packet and share it with some kid on the road. So this can be your goal. And the most important thing here is gratitude. When I say social responsibility, there are 2-3 things here which we have to be very careful about. One, what you want to be responsible for as a citizen. Not littering on the road, putting some waste papers on the road or spitting on the road. That is something. Following the queue in the bus stand. That's another value system which we talk about. So your goals can be aligned with that. For instance, if you get 500 rupees from your grandparents on some occasions, you can say, I will give 5 rupees or 10 rupees to some people asking for help on the road. So that can be your simple goal. Or you can say, okay, some activities happening like cleaning the pond in my area or cleaning a lake. There you can go and spend half an hour there. That can be a goal. Monthly spending 2 hours for social cause can be your goal. Taking part in your scouts and guides and serving people around your school. That can be your goal. So this serving is very very critical, because that is the way you are expressing gratitude, thanking God that I am happy to be with my family who are taking care of me by giving food, clothes, giving me good education, getting me toys or the things what I ask for, and allowing me to live the life they want me to live. So all these things have to be expressed. The moment you start expressing, you will achieve many changes in your life. You will see it and witness it. So it's very important that we have the 7 value system identified and attach goals to it so that you have a fulfilled life. I told in the beginning that there are successful people in their career, but they don't have a proper family life. They don't spend time with the family. So how to have a balanced, fulfilled life is having this kind of goals attached to the value system so that you don't miss anything, whereas you are having a all-round aspirational living where you feel the sense of fulfillment and gratitude and happy life. I hope you have got the essence of this session. So I will recap with the 7 values that I listed earlier. First, your family. Second, your career development. Third, your spiritualism. Fourth, your inner self. Fifth, your physical well-being. Sixth, your finance. Seventh, your give back to society. I hope you got this, understood, and now you can plan and attach your goals with the earlier topics I have given. Wishing you good luck. Have a nice time until we see in the next video. Enjoy and live your aspirational life. See you then. Thank you for listening and watching. Srikanth Narasimhan. Bye.